ready to go. We're going to do a live Dynamite review. I hope things are going well where you are. It's currently 17 degrees outside. With the low temperature, it's supposed to be like down to single digits. We're not used to that stuff here in Texas. I mean,
oh God, it's cold.
Yeah, we need that cold air to go back to Canada. We're ready for spring, which next week looks a lot better, so you can't really complain too much. But just a couple of cold days with it. But we got the big news today that the AEW has moved Double or Nothing. We've been to what, 3 Double or Nothings?
Yeah.
Twice in Vegas, and and they have moved it before to Daly's place during the whole COVID thing. So I mean, we did go there. That was our first AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, first pay-per-view.
That was really fun. It was a long drive.
Yeah, it was a long drive. Basically, we drove down there and watched the show, stayed the night, and woke up the next morning. And
drove 18. No, it was longer than 18 hours.
Yeah.
It's like 21 hours. But anyways,
they're gonna move it to Phoenix, Arizona. I actually looked at going, but it's like 12-hour drive for us. So, and my son's gonna graduate from high school the day before that, so I won't be able to make that show. But I'll be watching live on pay-per-view.
We'll have to support that one from home.
Yeah.
We'll be busy. Probably having like graduation party or something.
Yeah, something like that. And we'll have a Double or Nothing party later that night.
Anyways, we're gonna start with tonight's Dynamite. Comes out strong with MJF coming out with Hangman Adam Page.
The ring is surrounded by security, and
yeah, Adam. You know, it's kind of like they're
back and forth. They're they're reminiscent of the first Double or Nothing pay-per-view back in 2019, and they were in that battle royal together. And I mean, I like both guys. I mean, which one do you prefer? I mean, I prefer MJF. I believe. I mean, but Hangman Adam Page is good too.
Yeah.
And and basically MJF says, you've been picked to be the star of the show for the last 5 years, but it turns out it's been me, and you can be the star. I'll be the bad guy, essentially. And they're not allowed to touch, and then all of a sudden, like, the security jumps in the ring, and MJF's taking his watch off, and then all that, and then we get and we kind of see a different side of Hangman Adam Page. We haven't really seen, he's been like, hardened, but now he's kind of, he put over, he put over Christopher Daniels really big here, and said he's been a part of every wrestling, and he had a small part in the WWE. You see that? See that?
Yeah, it's so cold in here.
Yeah, it is very cold. We're gonna try to get through this quick, and
yeah, it was a good segment. I mean, it kind of was like babyface. Adam, Hangman Adam Page, for sure.
Yeah.
Crowd was definitely for Adam Page, but everybody still loves MJF, even if he's a bad guy.
He's our scumbag.
He's our scumbag,
and
I'm sure they'll bring that back around. And then he spit on him. That's kind of gross.
Yeah, and then that really
pissed him off.
made Hangman chase after him, but then MJF was able to get out of the ring. And then later on in the show, Tony Khan announced that they're going to have a match at Revolution. So we'll see. I mean, Hangman Adam Page was kind of feuding with Jeff Jarrett, and so was MJF. And then all of a sudden, they just started feuding with each other.
Yep.
So
we got a couple people saying, hey.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And someone says, a garbage skunk banana. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hey, I like bananas. But anyway. Then we have backstage Renee. Renee working hard this show. She's on like every other segment. Adam and Renee. Let's see, Renee with Adam and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. They're gonna have a match tonight. Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy, and they're just talking about that and for the internet shot for the international championship.
And then she asked Kyle O'Reilly, what about the conglomeration? And he says, well, it's not really a faction. It's more of a lifestyle. That's what he said. It's more of a lifestyle. So, and then, we'll talk about that later on in the ring in the main event, when we get to that part.
Then we come in with the Patriarchy versus the Ops.
The Ops. I thought, wasn't there a video game, Black Ops?
Yeah,
Black Ops. I thought, And,
I told him it's a young people term for the opposition. He doesn't know that. He's old.
But I really like Hook, and I really like Nick Wayne. So let's see how that.
They're a really good matchup, honestly. They're really similar build and kind of styles.
And I believe Christian's going to walk out of Revolution the World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people forget that he has that, I'm not going to call it a Money in the Bank contract, but he has that contract for a title shot whenever he gets ready. And I believe Adam Copeland, defeats John Moxley And then Christian, he opts to cash in on a beatdown Colt. So we'll see. That's just my.
That'd be a good turn, for sure.
But anyways, back to the trios match, and
it was a lot, high flying for like Hook and Wayne, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Takesha and.
Takesha.
I mean, not Takesha. Sorry, Shibata. My bad.
Takesha. He's not.
I'm getting
he comes out later in the
night.
show. Yeah.
Getting forward in the night.
But anyways, Hook gets the win with the Coquita clutch on.
Chokes him out.
Yeah.
Chokes out Wayne.
And.
But that was a good match. I enjoyed that one. And then they plugged, like I said, Revolution, MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. So it didn't take them long to announce that.
Yeah.
But
backstage, Chris Jericho says the AEW would not be around without him. That's partly true. I mean, a lot of people don't like Chris Jericho, but that's very partly true. I mean, Chris Jericho, he's a big part of why we have AEW, because it wouldn't have got off. He said he needs respect, and he's giving Bandito a challenge in the Ring of Honor Championship this Saturday on Collision, and
he said Bandito got lucky.
Yeah. Bandito. They showed parts of. I guess they had a Ring of Honor thing in Australia. I didn't watch it, so I didn't see how that plays out. Then we get a street fight between Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill.
Yeah. It was a slobber knocker.
Yeah. And that was. I mean, but it was a very good match.
They had all kinds of stuff out there. And stop sign.
Yeah. Big Bill comes out. He's carrying a backpack. And I thought, well, what's in the backpack? Has he got the? And it turns out it was bricks in there, and they were used against him,
Yeah.
And so
bricks
the bad apple comes out.
Threw a sound mixer at him.
Yeah.
I was like, where did you get that? I know that hurt. That thing looked heavy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't know what that was. Some kind of subwoofer.
Yeah.
Hit him with a keyboard and whatnot. So I mean.
And then they moved the steps to the stage. I was like, oh, they're setting something.
During
up
the
here.
break, the bad apple comes out, and he's, or the soured apple. I think that's what Taz called him, the soured apple. But he comes out, and he ends up going through the barbed wire table. Is that right? And didn't the bad apple go through?
That was Big Bill.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was Big Bill. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was the bad apple.
Yeah. No, that was the Big Bill went through the big table, and then he got his arm caught in the in the barbed wire. That's how he got counted out.
Yeah.
So it was a count out for him.
And then backstage with Renee again.
She worked hard.
Yeah, she's with what is his name?
Murder Machines.
What's their name?
Murder Hawk.
Yeah, Lance Storm or Lance Hoyt. What do they call him? Lance Archer. And Brian Cage. Yeah, Lance Archer and Brian Cage.
They are two big dudes.
Whew.
They want to call out the.
That's the only takeaway I didn't, negative. I like the Hurt Syndicate. I didn't really care for them much in the Hurt business in WWE, but they're doing good in AEW. I mean, maybe they were being held back. I don't know, but I like that. We hurt people. Actually, we went to Dynamite last week. I wanted to get a Hurt Syndicate shirt, but I didn't.
It's yellow.
Yeah, it's yellow.
I don't look good in yellow.
Yeah. But
maybe
anyway,
they can make it black.
So they're gonna call them out of Collision, right?
Yep.
And so they're gonna take the titles away from them.
So they're gonna have a trio. They're gonna have a match against them.
Was it at Collision or just calling them out? I think they're just calling them out. I don't think there's a match.
I think maybe.
And then Justin Roberts comes out. He's announcing that Double or Nothing is going to the Phoenix, Glendale, Arizona area. It was all over social media today. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, then we get a timeless Toni Storm comes out, the first ever 4-time women's world champion.
In an evening gown.
In an evening gown, yeah.
She's not fighting tonight. It was a good promo that she cut. Honestly, she said the Tramp is your new champ, and she faced the woman from hell who broke her heart, stole her title, and took her soul. She said Mariah was a sick bitch and thanked her for the fight of her life. And she defeated her with a small package, and Mariah should have worn protection because she got railed. And then she played her new movie, Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, which is coming out March the 7th, a Mildred Burke story. I mean, I don't really know a lot about Mildred Burke. I know I know they have like Vince McMahon. I watched the trailer and they're talking about Mr. McMahon. I don't think Mr. McMahon was around in even Vince's daddy. I don't believe he was around during the Mildred Burke area. So we'll see how it all plays out. Kind of like the Von Erich. Wrestling. It's good to get wrestling movies made. I mean, wrestling is mainstream now. I mean, they're making movies about it and everything. So we'll see how it plays. Like I said, I'm not the one to really tell about Mildred Burke because I don't really know much about her.
They kind of had like a wrestling plug in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In one of the commercials.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's really mainstream. And then Do you think things are done with Tony Storm and Mariah?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I mean, sooner or later, they got to get Mercedes Moné in the world title picture. I mean, I know they got to get that TBS title off of her.
Yeah, I mean, she's got too many other titles right now.
Yeah, but
I don't think she got room for
she's
one
coming
more.
to the world title picture. I don't know, but
I mean, I think it's better though that they're leaving her where she's at right now with other titles because just save it. She's got a 5-year contract. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So where do you think the timeless Tony Storm? You think they just circle back around to Mariah May?
Maybe. I mean, maybe they'll bring Mina back into it. And do a thing with that.
I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
But she did call out, women of wrestling, kind of like an open challenge. I kind of thought it was.
I just hope we get to see keep Tony Storm on TV because she's she is doing good.
She is phenomenal. Everybody loves
she's one of the better part of Dynamites every week. So I mean, hopefully I know Tony Khan has a bad he'll take wrestlers off TV. We don't really see Daniel Garcia that much on Collision.
Oh, I like Daniel Garcia.
But we don't really see
no,
the
not
TBS
enough really with them. I feel like he's kept putting me in that group.
And then, Gabe Kidd is coming to Collision, so I guess he's getting called up from. I'm not really familiar with who Gabe Kidd is.
I don't either.
I believe he's a Ring of Honor star, so maybe he's getting called up to the main roster. I don't know how.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Backstage, I guess.
Willow and Renee. And then Marina comes out and gives her a beat down with the briefcase again. And then they kind of take over. Her and John come down to the ring, and the Death Riders, and says this is his building, his state seats, his stands. He owns it all. And don't come out and challenge him. He's calling out Edge, so saying that he owns it all.
I believe that John Moxley loses the title. I mean, I could be. I could be wrong. I mean. I don't really see where it's going if it's not. I mean, they got to do something with it. It's, he comes out every week, they're dominating the show. It's kind of like the modern day New World Order, in my opinion. I mean, they come out and they beat up everybody, so I'll see where, I may be wrong, but I believe that title in a couple of weeks will be on Christian Cage. We'll see how it all plays out. But
I would like to see Christian get a chance.
Oh, he's gonna get it. I mean, he's been carrying that contract around. You almost forget he has it. You almost forget he has it.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
We'll see how it all plays out.
When did he win the contract?
I can't remember when, but he's had it for a while. He's had it. Bryan Danielson was world champion, I believe, when he won it. So, anyways, moving right along.
Backstage again with Renee, Mercedes Moné. And they've got like a Stardom promotion kind of trailer about Momo chooses Mercedes Moné for a title at Revolution, for a TBS title at Revolution. And I honestly don't know who she is.
Yeah, I don't know who she is either.
I'm not really familiar with Stardom.
Yeah, no, we're not really.
I guess it's.
But I can tell you this: she's not going to beat Mercedes Moné.
No.
But those, Megan Bain come out of Stardom, So I mean, there's a lot of, and then Mariah May come out of Stardom, So I mean, they've got a lot of good wrestlers there. But. So
maybe they'll be bringing her to Dynamite. She did tell her to come to Dynamite and tell it to her face, so I'm assuming she's going to be coming.
Yeah.
So, and then we come in with Chris Statlander versus Megan Bain, and Megan Bain reminds me so much of Beth Phoenix. Like even just her build, she's a big girl.
She does look a lot like Beth Phoenix.
Blonde hair. We got people on.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah. And anyway, and it's a good match. She's like a powerhouse, though. So, I mean, Chris kind of is too, but this girl's a lot bigger than her. So definitely, I kind of figured that Megan was going to win this because they're making her look strong.
They kind of rushed that match to me. That was more of a pay-per-view match. I mean, I know they're not done with it by any means. But I mean, we need to see like some, I didn't think the Chris Statlander Megan Bain match should have happened right now. They're gonna build that Megan Bain up, and she's gonna be big, I believe. Yeah, she may be the one to take the TBS title off of Mercedes. We'll see how it all works out.
I do like her costume though. She looks really good in a goddess costume, and she looks like a beast. So, and then of course they got Penelope coming out to help her out, making Chris lose so she could capitalize.
So this feud's just getting started, in my opinion. Chris
Statlander versus they're just getting started.
And then we got Max Caster backstage. He's going to continue the open challenge on Collision. He's 0-2, and I don't know where that's headed.
Everybody loves, to beat him down. He's probably going to get beat down. That's where
he's one of those guys you just love to see get beat up.
He's headed for a beatdown on Saturday. Tune in. Don't want to miss.
Ricochet comes out, and Ricochet, I mean, he has really impressed me. I mean, you know, with this whole heel turn, and you know, he looks like a star with the jacket, with Prince Nana's jacket, and but I think you know the heel turn done wonders for Ricochet.
That's what he needed.
Yeah,
he needed that. Yeah, honestly, because
he's so much better. He's worlds better on the microphone. You know, he's like me doing this YouTube channel beforehand. You know, he's stuttering over words and whatnot. You know, so I think Ricochet is.
Maybe it's just a ploy. That's what it was. A work.
Yeah, is that what it was?
He's working.
Yeah.
Working everybody.
I bet WWE was sad to lose him when he turned heel.
I know, and you know that jacket really does look good on him.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not done with the whole Ricochet versus Swerve. I don't think we're done by any means. And I believe it's going to end up Prince Nana is going to turn heel and he's going to go with Ricochet. And I believe it's, you know, you talk about Swerve. I believe that Swerve is coming, you know, whereas Prince Nana wanted Ricochet to have the jacket. We'll see how that
Maybe
plays
so.
out.
But Prince Nana wanted his jacket back tonight.
Yeah, he looked like he was about to cry and Ricochet said, take it.
Come and take it.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how it all plays out.
And then he like calls at him. I don't know. Yee!
The whole yee! But and then main event time. I'm glad too. It's cold in the shop.
It is cold out here, but it was a good main event. Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy. I do like how they had everyone come out to the ring.
And they're giving Kyle O'Reilly hugs. Is that what you were going with? The whole hugs. And it's like, you know, then
Roderick comes out, hugs Kyle and Adam, and then Orange comes off and he's giving hugs. It's just really funny. You know, and how everybody didn't want to be out hugged, you know. So.
And then surprisingly, I thought Roderick Strong would get the win here, but Orange Cassidy got the win, and he's not gonna win next week. I mean,
no.
It's gonna be Kenny versus Takeshita. I mean, and I believe Kenny is gonna take that title, and I believe it all in Texas. Here's where we're headed: Kenny Omega, the international champion, versus Okada, the Continental Champion. I believe that's going to be a title for title match, you know.
Oh, that'd be good.
And,
we got some comments. We got whose house?
Swerve's house.
And Nana will turn and Swerve.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm glad. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, we agree. I think so. I think that'd be a good time.
I believe they planted the seeds last week in Austin or Cedar Park, Texas. We were there, and I told Lindsay, I said, they're planting the seeds. And you're going to see it, and I believe it's coming. It probably happened at Revolution. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah.
And
but after the match, you know,
Orange Cassidy gets beat down by Don Callis.
Don Callis family, Takeshita and Davis. Is it Mark Davis?
Yeah, I believe it's Mark Davis.
Okay, I can remember his first name.
And then Kenny Omega comes out. He makes the big save, and then he grabs the title and he's holding it up, and then we get a kind of a, you know, like Orange Cassidy's going to have a shot against Takeshita, but you know, we'll see. I believe that your new international champion coming out of Revolution will be Kenny Omega. And we're leading up to the summer, you know, it all in, you know.
Oh yeah, I feel like they gotta put it back on Kenny Omega. He's back.
Well, he's never had this.
Huge, I know, but I'm just saying a belt on Kenny Omega. He's a huge draw. Everybody loves Kenny Omega. John Ferb says Ricochet needs a mouthpiece.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Prince Nana.
He's getting one.
He's getting one.
Just wait.
He's getting one.
He will.
We'll see how it all plays out.
But he's doing better on the mic. So.
They have a special start time next week. We're not really sure. We didn't catch. We missed what. You know when it was. We're in the Central Time Zone. We'll between now and next week we'll figure it out. We'll nail it down. But overall, a good episode of Dynamite. I like AEW. To me, it's more of a wrestling show, and then watching Raw and SmackDown seems like you just get tons of commercials. I mean, I'm a WWE fan. I'm not putting one over the other, but it seems like you get so much promotion when you watch WWE, and you don't get as much of that.
There's a commercial every 2 seconds.
Yeah, and you know, they're pushing so much stuff. You know, and it's my opinion. I mean, I enjoy Dynamite week to week. You know, when it's good versus. You know.
Although I was missing one thing from this week.
What?
I missed the puppet.
I love well, we have to tune in Saturday. We might get the puppet on. I don't know if we're gonna see the puppet or not. You know.
I love the puppet. Yeah. I want them to sell the puppet because I want one.
Yeah, we want a puppet. We want a Mercedes Monet puppet. Yeah. You know, that's one of the problems. AEW, they don't have a. You know, they're not quick on the merch. You know, if that was WWE, you could buy it and have it. You know.
They didn't have that.
They had the Penta mask before Penta ever debuted. You could have got a $75.
How much do you think the puppet would be in WWE?
Probably $99.99.
Probably. How much is the Lily doll?
I don't know. I don't know how much.
I've never checked it out because I'm not crazy about the Lily doll. But
anyways,
I like the puppet.
You know, we watch all pro wrestling here. We're not putting one over the other. I mean, we're AEW, WWE fans. I don't watch NXT as much because I don't get the CW network. I did see where they changed Ricky Stark's name to Ricky Saints. So he.
Ricky Saints.
Yeah, Ricky Saints. He'll do good in WWE.
He will.
And
I mean,
a lot of the reports this week were saying that Chris Jericho was they weren't saying Chris Jericho, but they're saying a certain AEW legend was holding him back, and I believe it was Chris Jericho. He wanted to be involved because he's seeing money in Ricky Starks. I see money in Ricky Starks.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought he would be more in AEW.
Yeah, he should have been. It's not all ain't none of it.
There's a lot of politics and everything.
Yeah,
no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that plays a lot into it.
Yeah, and we'll be back live Monday after Raw. We're not going to go live after SmackDown just because it's a hard 3-hour watch, and it's hard to when you have 3 kids and try to keep notes and whatnot. But we hope y'all enjoyed tonight. And
we'll be back on Monday night.
Yeah, we'll be back on Monday night for Raw. Stay warm. We do daily wrestling videos, daily history videos, and we always review memorabilia and stuff.
And we got a crap ton of other videos.
Yeah.
If you just need some videos.
Yeah, if you need some videos to watch, check out our channel. We do all things pro wrestling on the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Have a good night. Stay warm. We're gonna get in the heat. It's currently 7 degrees down here.
Yep, it's cold, and our heater done wore off.